Hello, let's do Wordle for September 28th. Let's spin our members wheel, see what we're starting with today. All right, looks like it's vowel, suggested by Sonalita. All right, let's do it. We'll start with vowel. Ooh, okay. So it could be an OER word, and that's great. Starting with vowel is great because it gets rid of that V and W that can be in the middle. So what else do we want to do here? Oftentimes, it can be helpful to do an ED word instead of an ER word, and assume it's still ER, but that gets rid of the D as opposed to walking right into that ER. Another thing we could do is end in EY or EY. But what are we worried about here? The P is really common, both first and third for the OER words. The K is really common for the middle. I would think something like an S or an R or a T are just common in general. Well, not R, S or T or N. So what would I want to do? I could do noped, if it accepts that. It just delays getting that R for one more turn. And then the N and the P are going to be really common in this scenario. It doesn't accept it. Will it accept noper? Nope. Okay. Maybe nopes? Nope, it doesn't like that at all. Okay. So what else can I do then? NP, S. Okay. I mean, I could just do poked instead of poker. It might be better just to do poker just to make sure we're in that OER trap. The thing is, like, what if the answer is poker? I don't know if it's been the answer before or not. But actually, is poker the only one with K in the middle? Toker. I don't know if that would be an answer. Okay, actually, I don't think the K is all that interesting. The N. What goes O-N-E-R? Toner does. Donor. Oh, is that how you spell donor? I think that's how you spell donor with the ER. Donor sounds like one of those words that might use like an OR or an AR, but I don't. Oh, actually, donor does use OR. Yeah, so it wouldn't be donor. Goner, certainly. Coner, I don't think so. So I don't know. Is N all that important? I don't know which one to go for. How about I do a double R? Just to make, because there are a lot of double R words with the OER. So all I'm going to do, Rover's gone. We could do Roper. Oh, it's not even an ER word. Okay, well, that got rid of everything I was worried about. So what does it end with? A Y or a T or something? An N? What if it was a Y? Dopey's gone. We have a lot of letters left, but I'm not seeing what this would be. What about an E-T? Bonnet? Is that even how you spell it? Apparently not. Comet. Nope, not E-T. How about E-N? Maybe I should have gone for that N. At least we know it doesn't repeat. It doesn't have an R at all. It doesn't repeat an R. Doesn't have an R at all. Dozen? Are we getting two Z words in a row? It's tempting to guess it. What else could we do? Dozen is the only one I'm seeing that ends in EN. Maybe I'll just guess that. Not dozen. Oof. Okay, I'm down guess 5 and I don't have anything. Oh boy. What are we ending with? It could still be a Y. What else? Could it be another vowel? Not a U. I, A. It just doesn't look right. All the words ending in S have been stripped from the answer list. F, G, H, J, K, X, B? Like, what are we ending? Y is the most likely. Well, yeah, I guess there were words like bony that I could have done earlier, but bony is gone. Can't do the N in the middle. Foxy? I don't think Foxy has that E. Oh, imagine if there was an X in the middle. Soxy, Foxy. Hokey? Hokey, I'm pretty sure is a word. Is boxy a word? Not with an E, I don't think. Hokey, like the hokey pokey? Or just something is hokey, something's a little off about it. Could it be a vowel anywhere? I don't see how. The S5 is always stressful because you really got to think of everything that's left. Jokey, would jokey be a word? Hokey, jokey. Are there other KEYs? Because I think I'd want to guess one or the other of those, probably. Hokey, jokey. Well, this is nastier than I thought it was going to be. I don't see another OKEY. So I think guessing jokey or hokey is safe if that we get that OKEY. It's the other one. The question is whether there's other options. And we're just ignoring the fact that we could end in S because I really don't think we're going to. I just don't see how we'd end in anything else. What else could go in the middle there? What about an S? Is there like a hosey? Nah. Bosey? I'm not seeing an OSEY. OFEY? GEY? If it's not OKEY, I think OXEY is probably it. Something like Foxy or Boxy, I'm pretty sure don't have that E. Soxy, no. Okay, I'm gonna go for hokey. Oh no. Okay. Well, it ends in Y, but it's. What is it? Is it something I didn't think of, or is it one of these like OXEYs that I'm not confident in? Oh shoot. I was pretty confident it was going to be hokey or jokey, but I guess not. So now I'm gonna guess 6, and I just have to hope for the best. Ooh, it's gooey, I think. Have we not had gooey yet? The double OEY. Fooey. Gooey feels like we've had it, but I don't think it's going to be like fooey or buoy. Buoy is a word, but not spelled that way, not even close. So I'm going to go with gooey. I think that's the most likely answer. Phew, okay, got it. Wow, what a solve. That was crazy. Gooey is not an easy word unless you happen to try that double O. But yeah, anytime it's 3 vowels in a row, especially in a 5-letter word, that's super rare. All right, well, let us check with the bot. We have an update to the bot, and I've been promised it will be publicly available sometime soon. So easy is just, and you can guess anything you want. Hard, it matches the Wordle hard mode where you can like reuse yellows and grays. And then ultra is what the hard mode used to be, which is that you can only guess what can still be the answer. I'm going to put this on hard mode because that's what we were playing. And the answer was gooey. And I'm going to start with vowel. All right, it's just moped. Or mopey. That's kind of what I was thinking, like an ED. I didn't really think about doing an EY, but that would have been very helpful. I went with roper, which it doesn't really like very much. Okay. Roper might have lost on Homer. Interesting. Okay. Now it suggests money. I did comet. It also didn't like comet very much. But it wasn't going to lose on Comet, so that was fine. And then I went dozen. Oh, these yellow ones. What do those mean? I forget what yellow means. Goner, token, woken. Oh, the yellow ones are things it would guess that can't be the answer anymore. Is that true? Yeah. So like token would use the T. It reuses the gray. Goner uses the R again. That's interesting. So it's just honey. I went with dozen, which it really probably isn't going to like. Dozen would have lost on bogey and hokey. Okay. Oof. Yeah. Now we're in losing territory after dozen. So the possible answers were bogey, fogey. Oh my gosh, bogey and fogey. I didn't think of gooey, hokey, jokey, and hooey. So it's saying go bogey or fogey or gooey or and hope for the best. But I went hokey, which is I guess they're all like kind of tied for 2/3 solve rate. Now from hokey, I would have lost on fogey and gooey. Oh, yeah. So I didn't know that bogey and fogey were options. So I won a 1 and 3 by not knowing those were words. I guess bogey I should have known. Isn't a bogey a term in golf? All right. So I won a 1 and 3 on that gooey because I just didn't think of the OGEY at all. Okay. Yeah. So I made poor decisions, but won anyway, which happens. So I got lucky. Let's restart and see its solve from vowel. It's going to go moped and then bony. See how it's avoiding that ER. But now that it's not ER, it's pretty happy to go either gooey or hokey or hooey. Oh, hooey's a word too. All right. So let's say it doesn't get gooey in 4. Let's say it goes say hokey. Then it's going to down to fogey or gooey. So it could still get it in 6, but it's not going to lose. So anywhere between 4 and 6 is where it's going to win. Depending on how lucky it gets. Let's look at the tails start that it suggests. So from tails, it's going to go coned and then mopey. Mopey is the only way to avoid losing from there. So again, avoiding that ER, and then bogey, and then gooey. All right. And then another SAL-A anagram, steel. Oh, it's going to go Dane from here. Interesting. D-E-I-G-N. Because we're not forced to use the E fourth, so that's quite nice. Then from Dane, we're going to go gopher and then gooey. Okay. So far, it hasn't, as a top result, wanted a yellow word. But adieu. Adieu does put that E right there. And so we're already possibly losing. But novel would have lost on tower or sower. Is that sour or sower? I don't know. But we're going to go mopes. And by the way, the non-bold means it's not on the answer list, but it's going to do it anyway. It's the highest solve rate. Would have lost on rower. And then it goes bogey, and we get that G, which is very nice because that gets us to gooey. So we don't lose. We get it in 5. Audio, 98% solve rate, 98.6. Going to go clone. And then it's going to go, wow, after clone. So clone would have lost on gopher, joker, sower, molly, and lolly. So the ollie trap and the OER trap. But it's down to ebook, epoxy, gooey, hooey, and wooer. And so it wants to check that double O. So it's going to go gooey or hooey because they get each other and they get everything else. If it doesn't get gooey there, it's going to get it here. So 3 or 4. All right. Trace has that E and R. So it knows it's not an ER word. So it's going to go demon and then hokey and then bogey and then gooey. Okay. So it gets in 5. Not great for trace. And then finally, place is what the official bot starts with. We're going to go deist. So if you have the yellow E from place, go deist, and then ebony, and then gooey. Well, it was between gooey or hooey, so it could do this, but it does alphabetical, I'm pretty sure, so it would do this. So let's see if the official bot matches that or if it does a worse job. All right. Well, let's check the official bot and see how people are doing today. I'm suspecting we have a pretty bad solve rate today. I'm not sure what to guess here, but Skill was 69, nice. Luck 45, 6 is a few. Yeah, we're a 4.9 average. That's pretty high. So it did not like dozen for some reason. Risky guess. From this point, you may need some luck. So yeah, after dozen, that's when I started getting like, oh, I'm gonna lose signals from the bot. Hokey was a 99 skill. It's exactly what it would have gone from this point. And then from here, we're down again. We're down to this point. You'll need some luck to solve the puzzle, because we're down to bogey, gooey, and fogey. And again, I don't know bogey or fogey, so I'm gonna have to learn those. But yeah, got lucky on that, and I won. So there we go. It does place deter money gooey. That is different from place deist ebony gooey. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, it goes right into the ER, which you're not supposed to do in hard mode. All right. GUI with a 0.2 solve rate. Very interesting. Always 0.2. All right. And then, wow, yeah, our percentages aren't increasing very fast. Ooh, 86.7%. Yeah, tough word. And people are losing on bogey and fogey. Yeah, it's hard to think of putting that double O EY there. People are losing on jokey, covey, goofy, cozy, gooky, zooey, hokey, goopy, goony, pokey. Wow. Yeah, so we got hokey and pokey. All right. Wow. So that's, can I do that math in my head? If it weren't for the 0.7, it would be a 14%. So it's a 13.3% failure rate, which is very high. All right. And that's hard mode. I don't know what the non-hard mode solve rate is. Cool. Well, that is it for Wordle. I'm glad I got lucky there. Glad the answer wasn't bogey or fogey. And if you would like to watch the New York Times games, you can click at the end of the video. It'll take you right there. I also have a pinned comment with all of the games I played today. And if you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.